What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to take a little bit of a look at some more Digimon cards. We're at that lovely stage where we are digging through all the rest of the Digimon cards that we've not yet got to have a little bit of a look at. And I quite like digging through new Digimon cards. I enjoy talking about new Digimon cards. It is frankly one of my favourite things. So let's look at the rest of those blue Digimon that we haven't had a chance to look at yet. And there be some hybrids here. So starting off then, we need to have a little bit of a look at a level 3, we need to look at Strabomon. Now, we got a free cost to play normally, 0 cost to Digivolve, 1000 power. That is extremely low, you literally cannot get lower without being deleted when you hit the field. So you know there's got to be something good here. Incidentally, shout out to the lovely folks over at digimoncard.dev for the translations and any translated proxies we use. They are awesome. When you play this, you reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, and you may add one card with hybrid in its traits, Susanumon, or Koji Minamoto among them to your hand, placing the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. Basically, it's one of those where you play it, and then you get to do some searching, ladies and gentlemen. You get to do some searching, and this is good. Now, admittedly, you're only grabbing one card, but you are looking at the top 4 cards of your deck, which is a decent amount, not perfect, but alright. And also, you can either grab a hybrid, or a Susanumon, or a Koji Minamoto, so it means that you've got plenty of options here for things that you can grab, and I think that's not too bad at all. And then you've got an inheritable skill that says, on deletion, you may play one Koji Minamoto from your hand without paying its memory cost. We're obviously going to get to Koji in a minute, right? That should be pretty obvious at this stage. But when you play, you can search it, and then when you get deleted, you can play it for free. You're playing a team for free, that's really good. So again, we've got to be playing a hybrid deck here, as you might expect from Strabomon. But essentially, it's got a really good search skill when you play it, and it lets you play a team for free when it gets deleted. That sounds good by me. Moving on, we've got ourselves a new Coomermon, and we've got a 5 cost to play normally, 2 cost to Digivolve, 4000 power, which makes it expensive to play as a level 4, but it doesn't matter because it's a hybrid. You may Digivolve this card from your hand onto one of your blue tamers as if the tamer is a level 3 Digimon. It's one of them, they're hybrids. And to be blunt, ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to play this. Fine, it's got an expensive play cost, but it's one of those where who cares? Who cares about the play cost? Because you are just going to be Digivolving up from a tamer if you can at all help it. So it's another hybrid, and it's cool. It's not expensive to Digivolve, and you can Digivolve from a tamer, and that's a good thing. What I will say, it's also got a Digivolution skill. When you are Digivolving, you may trash one Digivolution card from the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon, and that's a blue deck thing, right? Getting rid of cards at the bottom of Digivolution sources, trying to just get rid of inheritable skills or bring them down to having no Digivolution sources for other skills, etc. It's not a game-breaking skill, but if you're playing a hybrid, you just want to be able to Digivolve from a tamer. If you're giving me a fun little skill as well, yeah, I'm cool with that. But sticking in level 4s, we have another level 4 hybrid we can talk about. It's KendoGarurumon. Now, we've got what we've seen in a bunch of ones in this set already. We got 6 cost to play normally, which is high. 6000 power, which is high. 3 cost to Digivolve from a level 3. But 1 cost to Digivolve from a level 4. And the point I always make here is very simply that, firstly, this gives you extra evolution sources for Digiburst and things like that. And also, it gives you a 1 cost option to draw a card, because remember, you draw a card when you Digivolve. Sometimes being able to Digivolve a 4 into a 4 for 1 memory and draw a card can get you that 1 card you need to win the game. Do not sleep on how cool this can be. But as expected, if you've been following the set up to now, there is a skill that reads, you may Digivolve this card from your hand onto one of your blue tamers, as if that tamer is a level 3 blue Digimon for a memory cost of 2. So, and we've seen this in, I think, all the colours so far. 3 cost to Digivolve from a level 3, 2 cost to Digivolve from a tamer, 1 cost to Digivolve from a level 4, many, many options. But when you are Digivolving, if you have a card with Hybrid in its traits, or Koji Minamoto in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, you gain jamming for the turn. So if you Digivolve from a level 4 Hybrid, or you Digivolve from something like a level 3 Strabomon, or you Digivolve from a Tamer, you will get jamming for the turn. And jamming is awesome, because jamming says that you will not get deleted when you are in a security battle, even if the Digimon against which you are battling has higher power than you. And this is clearly an awesome thing, because it means you can attack the stack and be absolutely sure that you are going to survive. And this is clearly awesome. Jamming is great. I love jamming, because when you're attacking a stack, there's always that terror of, oh no, man, am I going to lose my Digimon? I don't want to, blah, 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 blah. And here it's like, don't worry your pretty little head about it, ladies and gentlemen. You will be absolutely fine. So yeah, this one's really cool. If you are playing one of those hybrid decks and you're playing blue and all of that, this is an extremely strong option for it. But weirdly enough, that is not the only level 4 hybrid we've got to talk about. We've already talked about 2 level 4 hybrids. There is one more. It's Korekakumon. Now here we've got the same stats as we saw on KendoGarurumon. 6 cost to play normally, 6,000 power, and a 3 cost to Digivolve from a level 3, 1 cost to Digivolve from a level 4, and then we have that same skill that says it is a 2 cost to Digivolve from a Tamer. So basically, yeah, this is good. This is very good. I'm not going to repeat what I've said. You can go back and listen to that video part again if you like. But when you Digivolve, if it is a card with Hybrid in its traits, or Tommy Himi, one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards can neither attack nor block until the end of their next turn. So we've got a very similar thing to what we just saw with KendoGarurumon, except instead of being based around Koji Minamoto, it is based around Tommy Himi. Okay, lovely. And essentially here, it's pick your poison. Now, the good news is, if you're Digivolving from a Digimon with Hybrid in its traits, it really doesn't matter which Tamer's there. Both of these Digimon will get their skills. And remember, you can Digivolve from a level 4 Hybrid, which is Digivolve from another Tamer. You'll pay 1 memory, you'll have a Hybrid in your Digivolution costs. Therefore, you will still get this skill. And this is genuinely awesome, because you will potentially be able to win the game like this. Stopping your opponent blocking so they cannot block that crucial attack. Stopping your opponent attacking when they may be 1 attack away from winning the game. This is all absolutely wonderful and brilliant and awesome. And honestly here, like, I absolutely love it. This is fantastic. Go team, ladies and gentlemen. Go team. Now, there is one potential issue here. And the potential issue is that it must be a Digimon with no Digivolution sources. We talked about that a moment ago. It's one of the things that Blue do, getting rid of Digivolution sources, but you need to bear that in mind here, because if they have any Digivolution sources, you out of luck, ladies and gentlemen. You out of luck. But then we have one more level 6 that we haven't talked about yet from Blue, and it's a big boy. 13 cost to play normally, 5 cost to Digivolve, 13,000 power. It is AncientMegaferrimon. Over on DigimonCard.dev, the name is so long it actually falls off the screen. Yes. Now, what I will say here is this is high. Like, I'll tell you all the time, the average here is 11,311, so 13,513. That, ladies and gentlemen, is huge. Although, to be fair, a lot of Digimon are above the average in this set, so I might need to go and relook at the average at some point. Either way, what we've got here is a skill when you are Digivolving. For each card with Hybrid in its traits in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, you trash 1 Digimon card from the bottom of each of your opponent's Digimon. Then, for each Digimon your opponent has with no Digivolution cards, draw 2. That is absolutely ridiculous. This is, when it works, the best draw we've seen in the game. Let's say your opponent's got 4 Digimon out, and you've got, I don't know, you could And again, because you've got level 4 hybrids that can digivolve from level 4s, you could potentially have like 9 hybrids in your Digivolution sources. You could have a huge amount. So it is absolutely possible here that you get your level 4 digivolved from a tamer. Although it doesn't even need to be that, remember, because you could just have a level 3 hybrid or whatever. And then you just go level 4 for 1 memory, draw a card. Level 4 for 1 memory, draw a card. Level 4 for 1 memory, draw a card. At some point you go level 5, level 6. And then you potentially get to completely wipe out all of your opponent's Digivolution sources. And bearing in mind, right, if you wipe all of their Digivolution sources, that's Howling Crusher. That is a 7-cost option card you've just activated there. That's just a 7-cost option card that reads, trash all Digivolution cards under all of your opponent's Digimon. If you've got enough hybrids in play here, that is what will activate. And then, let's say they've got 4 Digimon. Well, none of them are going to have Digivolution sources by the time you're done here. And then you're drawing 8 cards. And it could be more. Honestly, against a swarming deck, this could legit deck you out if you're not careful. This is the best draw we've seen so far, and it's not even particularly close. And again, the fact that we've got 2 different level 4 hybrids that can digivolve from other level 4s means that it is actually super easy to start just stacking hybrid Digimon in your Digivolution cards to really make the best use of this. It is nuts. I mean, we saw yesterday, I told you about how much I love Daipenmon. Daipenmon says for each Digimon your opponent has with no Digivolution cards when you digivolve, draw 1. Well, here, it's not 1, it's draw 2. Except actually, you get to basically wipe out their Digivolution cards as you digivolve up. So goodness gracious me, it's going to be amazing. There are certain skills that when you look at them, you're like, that's absolutely nuts. This is one of them. When I look at this skill, I'm like, that is genuinely absolutely nuts. And I've not even talked about the second skill yet. When you are deleted, you may play a blue level 4 or lower card with hybrid in its traits from your hand without paying its memory cost. So, level 4 or lower blue hybrid. We don't have any great play skills here. Oh, wait, yes, we do. Because remember, Strabomon is a hybrid Digimon. Which is brilliant, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely brilliant. So this is something we are absolutely going to be wanting to take advantage of here. This is something we are going to love. And that's got that great play skill we mentioned earlier. Of course, we could also go for your KendoGarurumon here, or your Korekakumon, or things of that nature. But yeah, there are some good skills. Honestly, I see this as a nice handy bonus. I like being able to play a Digimon for free. But make no mistake about it, it might be a 5 cost to digivolve into, but this Digivolution skill is genuinely just ridiculously over the top nuts good. I should also mention we do have the Strabomon from BT4, that when you play it, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and add a Digimon with hybrid and or 1 blue tamer to your hand. And this can get you any tamer, it doesn't tell you which one you have to grab. So if you are playing a level 4 or lower blue hybrid for free, and you get to use a play skill, remember the rule is if it doesn't say you can't use a play skill, you can. And it doesn't say you can't here, this is one that I might recommend rather highly. And I'm afraid we're not even done yet, because as exciting as that card is, and I still don't like it over King Wammon, I'm sorry, but as exciting as that is, we haven't even looked at the tamer yet. We've not looked at Koji Minamoto. Now, we've got a free cost to play normally, and like we see from all of these tamers in this set, it seems it does get played for free as a security card, but it's not a security skill, it's just a regular skill. And then, once per turn, you may place 5 cards with hybrid in their traits from your hand under this tamer, in any order, and digivolve it into AncientMegaferrimon in your hand for its Digivolution cost, as if this tamer was a level 5 blue Digimon. Now, it is 5 cards with hybrid from your hand, and that is actually super awkward, because, well, that's not always going to work, if I'm honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. But if you can get this working, if you can get those in your hand, and bearing in mind, I have told you about some ridiculous draw power in this video, And if you're taking advantage of that ridiculous draw power, you absolutely can get it working. Then you get to go and get that KendoGarurumon, and that's a really good one whereby when you're Digivolving or attacking once per turn, you may return one Digimon card with hybrid in its form from this Digimon's Digivolution cards to your hand, to return one of your opponent's Digimon with the same level as that card to its owner's hand. And also, when your hand is increased by an effect, once per turn, you unsuspend one of your Digimon. And bearing in mind, right, I just told you you're going to be placing 5 cards with hybrid under Koji Minamoto when you Digivolve into KendoGarurumon, so you're going to have the cards there ready to go. Also, on your turn, once during your turn, when an effect adds a card to your hand, you gain a memory, which is nice, and you can't be blocked for the turn, which I would argue is actually a little bit nicer. Bearing in mind, I have just told you that KendoGarurumon's got that really rather lovely skill, whereby you get to return a Digimon card to your hand when you Digivolve or attack. So that is then going to give you the memory and make you unblockable. So Koji Minamoto, quite frankly, makes that KendoGarurumon we looked at the other day way better. And I'm going to be honest with you, right? It was looking pretty good in and of itself. This is just apparently taking it to another level. And then we've got all those other cards, which are giving you extra, well, basically everything, but certainly the draw power, I think, is something in this video where we need to look and be like, goodness gracious me, that's a little bit impressive. Blue hybrids have been good since BT4, but I think they have just gone absolute next level. And although I don't like it as much as the blue cards I looked at yesterday, I meant it when I said those two are my favorite cards in the set. AncientMegaferrimon, oh my goodness, it looks awesome. But I want to know what you think about all of this, so let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.